Wow.
Right? So is there any wonder that we were contacted by the leader, a cadet, who is the leader of what is an underground group at the academy, cadets who are not fundamentalist Christians, who have decided to just pretend to be fundamentalist Christians. It's easier. And then their email said, we have to. This is what they have to do in order to succeed at the academy. So they're just going to pretend to be of a religion that they're not.
You know how awful that is for everybody, including Muslim Americans, Buddhists, atheists, agnostics, and then how absurd it is for a mainline Christian to have to feel like they have to play the same game in order not to be punished.
Well, yeah. Now, what is this thing, though, that you guys are trying to get? It's a climate survey, or
yeah. Actually, we've demanded now. We wrote a letter. I mean, if you just for your listeners, just find me on Huffington Post, and look up my blog post there, because if you want more information about these, I always post when the Military Religious Freedom Foundation writes a letter to the Secretary of Defense about these issues. And we also copy all the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the President, everybody else. I always post those letters on the Huffington Post so that people can read them. You can also find them on our website. I'm not exactly where they are. Also, they on the website, our website, militaryreligiousfreedom.org. Anything that I post on Huffington Post is there. So if you just take the time to find my posts, if you want to read these letters in their entirety.
And we have some new people here. Who this is we're talking about is Chris Rodda. It's her last name is spelled R-O-D-D-A. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
R-O-D-D-A. Oh my gosh. So anyway, what is the likelihood? Do you guys think that you're going to see?
I think we will succeed in getting those made public. I'm pretty confident about that, getting that study made public. They've made it public in past years.
But why not this year?
Well, that's because the results were so bad, I'm assuming. But like I said, someone leaked the results to the press. So there was an article that had some of the results, the real results, where you had Lieutenant General Gould, who, like I said, as of last year was really cooperating with and really seemed to be making a tremendous effort to work with MRF and resolve issues and whatever. But him not releasing this the results of this climate survey, which in past years it has been public. And then going and, giving quotes to the press about how, it shows that there's such improvement. And then when the real results, the parts of it that was leaked to the press came out, oh, my God, you have cadets at the academy who are in fear of their physical safety because of their religious beliefs. Okay, so no wonder they don't want to make this public.
That is
and this is Leah, and here's the thing. I mean, what we really have to understand, and I'm not gonna. I get asked all the time, how are you going to go out there and convince these people that they're barking up the wrong tree? Honestly, I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. I don't have the emotional wherewithal to do that, because they are the minority. What I'm trying to do is appeal to the rest of us. And I said it earlier, and I'll say it again because it bears repeating. This is not about Democrat versus Republican. It's not about religious versus non-religious. It's not about Christian versus, atheist. It's 70% of us in America that really have to realize, whether the mainstream press carries it or not, this is going on, and this is really, really severe. But I will point out to you that this has been going on in some form or fashion since MacArthur's day, but before that, I mean, throughout history, but in our country, it really ramped up in the 1990-1992 election cycle, and we have to not stay home. We have to not ignore them, because this is truly, truly a serious thing. There are people who actually have an agenda to have a holy war between, America as a Christian nation, which we are not, and the rest of the world. And so it's imperative that we all pay attention.